People come from all walks of life. They all have lives they lead. Any and all are welcome here to come and chat with me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Well, my guest today is a motivational speaker. He is an author and an entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, Leighton Robinson, aka Robbie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Nancy, and it's a pleasure to be on your show. Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching.
I appreciate that. Now, Robbie, you're from Jamaica originally, correct?
Yes, I am.
And you grew up in poverty. So tell me about your journey from there to where you are now.
Oh, yes. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. 6 kids, my parents. Back then, life was rough for us. You know, it was hard. My parents never had, proper education, neither proper jobs. As a result, life, it was a struggle every day, right? And as children, there was hardship around us, and as a result, you have a lot of crime and violence that comes with it, right?
Right.
It was a struggle. It was a struggle every day, but still, while we were going through this lifestyle, we always think like, how are we gonna get out? Is there a better life out there? What needs to change? Those are some of the questions I asked myself, and it's one of the best things I've ever done, because along the way, I pick up the answers to these questions, right? And as a result of picking up these nuggets as to what needs to change, why are lives the way they are, and is there a better life out there? And the answer to them are yes. And that's why I became a motivational speaker, because I want to share the message to people who are asking the same kind of questions, who are going through the same kind of struggles, to say, you can get out. There's a way out. And there are a few things you need to change in your lives, in your environment, to have the life you want to live.
And I believe you said, if I'm reading this right, that one of the keys is education. Education,
yes. Now, growing up in Jamaica, a lot of people who know Jamaica, they know Jamaica as a country of entertainment, sports, athletes, food. Those were the things, those were the vehicles for a lot of people to improve their lifestyles. For me, I never had any of those skills. I never had any of those talents, and I know it wouldn't work for me and for a lot of people as well. I asked myself, what else is there? What other opportunities do I have? And then the answer was education. Education. Here's one thing that worked for me well. I was good at maths. I was naturally good at mathematics. And that was my vehicle that changed my life, because it took me through primary school, high school, university, right? And it got me a really good job that changed my life and got me to where I am today.
Now,
right?
you live in Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
So what was your journey like from Kingston, Jamaica to Vancouver?
After I started working in Jamaica about 2004, I felt I had this drive, this desire for better, to keep growing, to keep going. I felt as if I'd hit a ceiling in Jamaica. I started a business in Jamaica. It wasn't growing. And I'm like, I feel like I've outgrown Jamaica. And as a result, I started to look outward. Now, the first thing happened is that I studied engineering in university. So I became a mechanical engineer. I got a job in the Bahamas in 2007 as an engineer. Lasted 3 years. Now, the recession took place in 2008, affected that contract, and I had to return back to Jamaica. Now, being back in Jamaica, I started looking again. I'm like, I need more opportunity. I need to keep going. Now, Canada, an opportunity popped up here in Canada for skilled workers. As an engineer, as with experience in the industry, I applied for a job that was advertised. Yeah, I got accepted. I came here and I went to school for 1 year to, get Canadian equivalent. And then I started working here in Canada. I started in Winnipeg. I got my PR. So I came to Canada in 2011. I got my PR in 2014, and then I moved to BC. I was looking for warmth, something similar to Jamaica, right? The best place I could find was BC, Vancouver. So moved to BC. And I've been here ever since, right? Mm-hmm.
You have a company, an academy, it's called, right?
Lenibor Academy, yeah.
What's the name of the academy?
Lenibor Academy.
Okay.
Lenibor. Mm-hmm.
And what happens in that academy? Like what is it about?
Okay. First of all, let me take you to the beginning of Lenibor Academy. It started when I was in Jamaica. I taught maths. It was my gift. I started this tutorial program in Jamaica, maths tutor. It was going well. I moved to Canada and I was still doing maths, tutoring maths. I still do it up to today. However, my passion was in public speaking, motivational speaking, because I love academics, but I felt like there's something more important than academics, which is personal development. We ought to identify who we are and what we want before we can decide what we want to learn. Because until then, what I've found in my tutorial programs and teaching is that if students are not focused, if they're not clear on what they want, if their basic needs are not being met, they're not really learning. They're not really learning. And as a result, I realized I need to focus on the underlying issues that people are having, which really knowing what they want and who they are, what are their needs are, and ensure that they are being met. And also how to think, mindset, to prepare you for success in anything that you want to do in life. And as a result, I shifted from academics to motivational speaking. In last year, I rebranded Lenibor Academy into a motivational speaking company. Yes. Now, in this new venture, I do public speaking. I also do daily inspirations on YouTube and social media. And I also host an interview program called Profile. Again, it's on YouTube right now. Next year, Profile will be on television. It's going to be on Shaw TV and a few other television that I'm in conversation with. It is growing. It's my passion, my desire to inspire people, to help people to be their best self, to live their best life, and to achieve their goals in the shortest possible time. These are the things I want to do. And I'm having the effect already, and others are seeing, and we're growing. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's wonderful. Now you're an author. Tell me about that.
Okay. Of course, I do a lot of writing. Actually, I started off writing. Back in Jamaica, I used to contribute to a lot of newspapers, articles, contributions. And there's a book I'm writing now, which is about human needs, helping people to understand themselves, what they want in life, understand the power of your needs and how it affects your focus and achieving and growing in life. It's funny how that writing came about. When I was young, I was a very shy guy, very shy, introverted, couldn't talk to people. As a result, I started to write like notes, like love letters, they call it back then. I used to write love letters, pass it to girls and run. Those are the good old days, right? And then I found something because I used to enjoy writing, poetries and short stories, and I just kept writing. Now I have like tons of writing that I plan to compile and put into my book. Uh, but the one that I want to release next year by June is about human needs. That's where I want to start. Human needs, and in profile, in everything that I'm doing, all my programs, I focus on that, helping people to understand, the barriers to progress, to success, that you're not realizing that are there, that's holding you back.
Yeah. One thing that I was thinking about is like not everybody that grows up in poverty knows that or thinks about how to get a better life. So that's like not just what I'm thinking is like not everybody has that in them to think that way. So obviously that's something that you had, or unless I don't know, did you get it from your parents or was just instinctively yours?
One of the things growing up when I was young, I couldn't read properly because of blockage, right? Life, what's happening around me. But I had this gift. I call it a gift because I don't know where it comes from. Right. The ability, that analytical skill. I could solve any math problem, even if I see it for the first time. It's a miracle. And with that ability, I was always thinking, questioning things. Why? Why are things the way they are? Why? Can I share something with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here's what drives me to do what I'm doing today. I ask a lot of questions about why things are the way they are. And what helped me is the ability, we had television and we were able to see the lifestyles of other people and other countries. And it opened my eyes. It made me realize that there's a better world out there. There's a better life out there. And that's where it started for me. Now, as I grow, as I'm learning, I pounced on a few things that helped me. Why are things the way it is? I realized for me, why I struggle, why my parents struggle, why my community struggle, and the country as a whole was struggling. When I listen to the government speak, they say we don't have enough money. We don't have that much money. We're poor. That's why we're struggling. But as I learned, I realized that wasn't the reason. That wasn't even close to the reason we were struggling. In my opinion, even today, I hold on to this belief. Jamaica is rich enough to be a first world country when it comes to resources. We have music. Our music was like the anthem around the world. We could have cashed in on that. Our sports, we had the fastest runners year after year after year. We could have cashed in on that. Our tourism is one of the best in the world. We could have cashed in on that. The food, everything we have, they were gold mined. What was missing? I realized two things were missing from us: leadership and mentorship. We don't have people with the vision to move the country forward and the people to execute that vision. The next thing we never had were mentors, people who have done what we wanted to do. When we look around us, while we have people who are excelling in music, sports, and so on, we never had like billionaires. We don't have like scientists, pilot, people who have been to the moon and back. We don't have these things around us to motivate us, to drive us, for us to want to emulate. As a result, when we look around us, what do we want to emulate? Police officer, musician, everybody wants to do sports. We weren't growing, right? And that is why in my message, I want to help people to realize the most important thing you need in life is this mind, this thing here. Empower it. You need leaders, you need mentors, people to guide you along the way, right? And as I said, going back to the question you asked me, where did it all started? Is by asking questions. The best thing I've ever done. Question, why? Why? And because of doing that, I pounce on the answers as I go along in life. And I just want to use it as my message to inspire others who are asking similar questions.
Right. Now I'm just thinking about, you know, I don't know what your audience is like. Even though you're here in Canada, do you reach out to the people in Jamaica?
I do, because I maintain the relationship and connection with Jamaicans, right? And even here in Canada, you know, the community is strong and I'm a part of it. So yeah.
Would you go back and live there, or do you prefer to stay here?
Good question. You know, my ultimate goal, and I give myself 10 years from now to achieve this goal. I want to go back to Jamaica and lead that country. 10 years from now, I'm gonna run for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, because I figured it out. I figure out what's missing, and I feel like I can move the country forward. So yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Go back there and lead that country.
That is so awesome. I love it. You're gonna have to listen, when you get to that point, you're gonna have to come back. Well, I don't know. I'll be in my 80s. I'm not sure. Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, you have a website?
I do. I'm gonna ask of you to write it, but it's Leighton, Leighnnibor. If you ask me about Leighton, it's actually my name, Leighton Robinson. So it's Lay from Leighton, and Nibor is Robin turns back way.
Okay.
So it's actually my name. So Leighton Academy.
Okay, I'll make sure I include that. I'll make sure people can see that, and they can also reach you on YouTube, correct?
Anywhere you type in Leighton Academy, I'm here. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok. Anywhere you type Leighton Academy, that's me.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for this. This has been great. Just stay on camera while I say goodbye to the audience. Okay, everybody, I really hope you enjoyed listening to Leighton Robinson, and how he's taken himself out of a situation that was not productive. And here he is helping other people to become what he has become. And I think that's awesome. And I think I hope you'll contact him and either get him on your show if you have a show, or contact him for help, whatever it is you need. And in the meantime, and I'll include his website, by the way. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll stay tuned and watch next time. Until then, everyone, peace out.
Thank you so much.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.